Let's start the session. Good evening, everyone. I'm Murmu, and I'll be your host for today's session. Welcome to today's discussion on the topic Sitecore Headless Implementation, building a real-world project with JSS and Next.js. So we are excited to have with us Saurav Kumar, who is a Sitecore XM Cloud developer. As you all know him, we together have taken many sessions on the topic Sitecore, and he is also an expert in React.js as well as Next.js. Saurav will walk us through this topic with real-world insights. So, without further delay, I'll, I'll invite Saurav and let's begin. Over to you, Saurav.
Okay. Thank you, Prem. Hi everyone. My name is Saurav Kumar and I am Sitecore developer. Uh, in this session, we will talk about Sitecore Headless real world implementation. So welcome everyone. Again, welcome everyone to part two of our Sitecore Headless session. In part one, we focused on architecture, concepts, and decision making. But now we move into the most exciting part, the actual real world implementation. So today we will build and understand a real world working Sitecore headless application using Sitecore JSS and Next.js. Okay, so our goal is not just to see code, not just to see code, but to understand how enterprises headless system actually work in real projects. So these sessions will feel like building something real, seeing code flow, connecting site code to front end, and watching components how components render live. So by the end of this session, you will see the complete flow, like from site core content to how to front end rendering to fully working websites. So now I understand how all the pieces work together. Okay, so let's start. So first, how to set up the project. First, I will overview about the project setup. So before creating sites, you must install some software requirements. So you have must install Sitecore JSS, Next.js. We must configure rendering host in Sitecore. You must install GraphQL packages in Next.js and also install rendering host in Sitecore XP XM Cloud. So and also you must have installs and node and npm and Sitecore CLI you must have installed. And if you working with Sitecore XP and Sitecore XM Cloud, you must have installs. And if you work with backend, so you must have installed .NET and database also. So every handles projects begin start with two major system. One is Sitecore and another is the front end application. So, Sitecore manages content and layout data, while Next.js handles rendering and user experiences, and uh, and the front end applications becomes what we call the rendering host. And communication between these systems happens through the APIs and the GraphQL. So this separation is what gives headless architecture its flexibility. Now, now come on setup flow. Setup flow. So first first you need to create JSS applications, and the JSS applications connect with the Sitecore, and the Sitecore after connecting the Sitecore, you need to configure the front ends. So this implementation process follows a clear flow. First, we create the JSS application. Second, we connect it to Sitecore, and third one, we configure the front end environment. So, many developers fails during setup because they focus only on installation, but the real goal is integration. So we are not just installing software. We are connecting also distributed systems. Now, let's environment configuration. What need to configure in the environment. So this is one of the most critical steps in any headless implementation. So we configure API keys, Sitecore host names, and a GraphQL endpoints. So if even one environment variable is incorrect, then the front end cannot communicate with the site code. So this is why understanding architecture matter more than the memorizing commands. Once uh, once communication is established, the entire system starts working together. Next, component architecture. So this is where modern front-end development becomes powerful. In traditional CMS system, pages are often built statically, but in headless architecture, we build reusable components, and Sitecore dynamically decides where those components appear. So this creates flexibility, scalability, and cleaner development. Now, next header component. So let's start with the header component. This component contains navigation, branding, and menu structure. But here is the important part. The navigation content comes from Sitecore, which means content authors can update menus and without developer touching front end code. So this is a huge advantage for enterprise content management. Now next, footer components. For the footer components, we use GraphQL data. We use GraphQL for data fetching, and the front-end request footer data dynamically from Sitecore, and renders social icons, and other reusable content. So this demonstrates the power of API-driven architecture. Okay, so we fetch only the data when we need, which improves performance and flexibility also. So next, coming on website pages, how to create a pages in Sitecore. So now we move to actual page development. We will build multiple pages using reusable components, and this is where the architecture really start to shine. You know, instead of rebuilding layouts repeatedly, we compose pages dynamically using shared components. So this approach dramatically improves maintainability of the software. Okay. Now, homepage. If you want to create a homepage, so this the homepage combines several reusable sections. Like we have a hero banner, feature service cards, and call to action components, and other components also. So all manage these all components managed through the site core. This means marketing teams can update content independently without the front-end deployments. So that is one of the biggest business advantage of headless CMS. Next, about and service page. The about and service page reuse existing layouts and components. This demonstrates an important principle. So reuse instead of duplications, and the same component architecture can support multiple pages. So, with different content coming from Sitecore, then this creates a scalable enterprises solutions. Next, uh, team and FAQ pages. The team page dynamically renders employee or team informations, and the FAQ page demonstrates interactive UI components. So, such as accordions, the front-end control presentation, but Sitecore controls content. This separations gives both developers and content authors independence. Now, Now we move into to the content page with booking form. So the contact page includes a booking form where front-end applications integrate with backend workflows. The front-end captures user input and APIs process through the business logic. This demonstrates how headless architecture supports real business applications. Next, GraphQL integration. So, GraphQL plays a major role in modern headless architecture. Instead of receiving large payloads, we request only the data we need. This improves efficiency and front-end performance. It also creates cleaner integration between Sitecore and the front end. GraphQL gives developer more control over data retrieval. Next, Sitecore front-end flow. So these slides represent the completing rendering flow. Sitecore stores and manage content, and GraphQL, where GraphQL and APIs delivered structured data to the front end. And Next.js process that data. And the browser displays the final experience. So, so this is the core of modern decoupled architecture. And these separations allow front-end and back-end teams to work independently. Now move to the dynamic rendering. So one of the most powerful concepts in Sitecore Headless is dynamic rendering. I repeat again. One of the most powerful concept in Sitecore Headless is dynamic rendering. The front end doesn't hardcode page structure. Instead, Sitecore sends layout definitions and React dynamically renders components. So this allows content authors to control page composition without developers rebuilding pages. So that's a major shift from a traditional CMS system to headless system. Next, a final working websites. At this point, we now have a complete working headless website. The content comes from Sitecore. The front end is powered by Next.js, or React.js, yeah, AngularJS, or Vue.js. and everything is rendered dynamically. So, this structure, this architecture supports scalability, flexibility, and maintainability and performance, and enterprise level flexibility provide also. Now, next, scalability and reusability. So, this is the where headless architecture becomes truly valuable because components are reusable, the system becomes easier to scale, teams can work independently, front-end deployments become faster, and the architecture remains maintainable over time. So, this is why enterprises are moving towards composable and headless solutions. Now moves on key takeaways. So now let's summarize what we achieved today. So we built a complete Sitecore headless implementation. We connected Sitecore with Next.js, create reusable components, and dynamically render content using APIs and GraphQL. But most importantly, we understood how all the pieces work together. So, that's the understanding is what transforms developments into solution architects. Now, now let's move to the practical way how to create a headless site in Sitecore XP and how to create uh, how to connect the front end with Sitecores and how to fetch the data using APIs or GraphQL API. So now let's see. So I have already created a websites for the restaurants. These all contents managed from the Sitecore sites. You can see my screens. Header is this is the header components. Header components rendering from the Sitecore layouts. You can all the contents managed from the Sitecore sites. So this is the header component. This is the hero banner. Next one is the about us components. This is the CTA components. Next one is feedback components, promotion components, team components, the booking forms, FAQ components, and last one is the footer components. So you can see if you click on about us, then open the about page. If you want to click on blog, then open blogs. In the blog page, doesn't have content inside the blog items. So the data is not appeared. If you click on services, if inside the services data have, so it appeared. Teams and save FAQ. If you click on book a table, similarly, open the booking forms. So now let's how to complete build this website. So first step, you have to go to the must log in the Sitecore dashboard. Now click on the desktop. After this, you click on go to the content editor. Now here you find the contents. Inside the contents, you can create one site collections. Yeah, you can see processing. Here you can enter site collection names. After entering the site collection name, click on OK. After this, you can see key one your site is created here. I've already created Sitecore JSS. My project name is Sitecore JSS. So I have already created. Inside this, I have by default home pages. You can see this is the home page. So before creating any pages, you have first to create a component. So first I will show you how to create a component. So before creating a components, you have must a template. So let's see how to create a template inside the Sitecore. To create the templates, just go to the templates folder. Inside the template folder, if you want to reusable, if you want to create a reusable components, so you must to create templates inside the feature folder. So just go to inside the feature folder. Inside the feature folder, you have created. I have created already a folder headless site. Inside the headless site, created another one folder, naming it like my project name, Sitecore JSS. Inside this folder, you can create the templates as per your requirements. Suppose if we want to create a hero templates, I have already created. Just click on this folder and click on insert options. After click on insert option, you can choose a new template also, yeah, few or existing template also. Suppose you want to create a new template, so just click on new templates. After clicking on new templates, you need to enter your template name. Template name after I show you. Suppose hero. Suppose I want created hero 2. So next, select your locations where you want to create that templates. Click on next. And now you can see the template has been created successfully. After creating the templates, you need to define the fields, the fields which defines the data structure of the content. So here to enter your section's name, suppose I enter the hero section. Now Now inside this, you can define the all the template fields we need. Suppose example, I have for hero banner, I need the title, field name. After this, select data type, single text. If you want to shared version, you can select the share. If you want to not shared, so you can uncheck the shared checkbox. Shared checkbox provides multiple languages data. Title, image. For the image field, data type is image. Suppose I want required a one field description. For the description, uh, here of one data type, rich text. Rich text. Now, one more field I have required. For example, like button, yeah, link. So you can select, you can field name like button text, single text, button link. So for the button links, data type is general link. Here, link inside the link types, you can see one data type, general link. So you can choose that one. After defining all the fields, save your items. And after saving the items, don't forget to publish the item. So every time after save the items, you must publish. I'm going to publish now. I'm publishing my items. Just go and navigate to the publish tab and choose the publish item. Publish item, and now choose one smart publish. if you want to publish the sub items, then select otherwise unchecked. Similarly, if you want to publish related items, then checked, otherwise unchecked. Now publish. Now you can see item is publishing, and now item has published. So, so this is the process to create any templates and how to define the templates fields. Now, next how to create standard values. Just select your templates item. After this, navigate to the options. After click the navigate to the options, you can see one option here, a standard values. Just click on standard values, and now you can see the standard values is created of that templates. What's the work of a standard value? The standard value provides a default value. If you suppose if you whenever you create data and of that field is not passed, then that time that field of data is getted from a standard values. Such like I provided dynamic dollar name. So when you create items of that file name, by default, the title is getted from a standard values. Now save. After saving, publish your item. Now I'm publishing my item. Publish. Yeah. Now after created the templates, now you can create you can now create components. So to creating a components, just navigate to the layout, and inside the layouts, you can find renderings. Inside the renderings, if you need reusable components, so just go to inside your feature folder. Inside the feature folder, you can create a custom value folder. So I have created for one folder, headless site. Inside the headless site, I have created another one folder, naming like Sitecore JSS. Inside this folder, you can create your rendering components. So in Sitecore, different types of renderings, controller renderings, view renderings, item renderings, and JSON renderings, XAXL renderings. As per your requirement, you can create rendering components. So now I have required JSON renderings. So I've created now I'm created JSON rendering components. You can see I've already created a JSON rendering component. So just click on the folder. Uh, After this, choose one option, insert. Click on after insert. You can select one. Which type of rendering components you need. So in my case, I need a JSON rendering. So choose that one, JSON rendering. Now enter the name for the rendering components name. Suppose I have hero 2. My rendering component name is hero 2. Okay. Just click on OK. Now you can see the hero component, hero 2 component is created. After this, after created, you need to configure the data source location and the data source templates. So you can insert the links. You can choose the data source location from here and data source template from here. So don't forget to configure these two configurations. after created the components, data source location and data source template. Suppose you can select your existing data source location also. Yeah, you can create new that one. Suppose Sitecore side the templates, the feature, go to inside the headless site, go to inside the Sitecore JSS app, and from here you can select as per your need any one template. Suppose I have created a hero tool, so select that one. Insert. So sorry, I replace another one. Actually, data source template is located here. So photo, side, picture, headless, CSS, hero two. Okay, like this. And here is the data source location. Data source location is the content. From here to get the content, item content. Side the headless. Inside demo headless side, just go to inside your project where to created your data item for I have created inside the home. Inside the home, you can see you can find here data folder. Inside the data folder, I have created one hero data. So to that one. So now after this, after the save and now publish your item. Yeah. So eh, I hope you understand. Uh, so this is the process of creating a layout renderings and how to configure data source location and data source templates. After completing these two steps, now you can create your pages item. To creating the pages item, just go to inside your Sitecore JSS app, just right click and select items. Suppose insert from templates. Which type of here you can see page templates, another templates, project. Now create. After this one, created the suppose I have created already a home page. Home page, about us page, blog page, contact page, portfolio, team, service, FAQ pages already I've created here. Now I will show you to how to assign rendering components to your page item. For example, first select the item page. Now click on presentation, details, navigate the final layout. And you can see here, I have already assigned multiple components inside the page item. Page item. Now now just click on edit here and go to the controls and you can if you need have a new component assigned so you can assign from here, click on just add button and now you can see your option is your option showing here. So select that one you want to add here. Suppose I want to add hero too. So select and after selected the rendering components, you need to enter the placeholder. For the common component, placeholder is main. So, but in my case, I modified my placeholder. So my placeholder naming is like headless main. So I enter here headless main, and similar as well. You check the this box to similarly configure your data source. Yeah, this is the optional. if you don't want to configure data source at a time, so don't issue. Now next we'll move to the data source configurations. So just click browse and select the data in the current. Click hero data. Copy to uh, now selecting that one. That one is it is saying like hero data item is not a valid selection. So okay, so create that one. We also create. I am creating here new one hero 2. If not matching your valid selection, so you can create a new one data source. So I name like hero 2. Click OK. Now you can see data source is configured here. Now click on OK and OK. OK. Now save. Now you can recheck your component is allocated or your item or not. Just go to the presentation details and final layout. And now you can see a new rendering component is allocated at the item level, hero 2. Okay, so this is the process of allocated any rendering components at the item level. I hope you understand how to create page and templates and rendering components and data source also, and how to create a standard value. After creating this one, now let's move to the uh, uh, publish your sites. So how to publish your sites? So just click on your sites folder and click on publish. If you publish first time your site, just click on publish and click on publish site. If you first time publish, then choose publish site. After once to publish your sites, you need to select that one publish item. Not required to every time publish your sites. Just click on publish sites and you can choose that one republish everything. After click on publish. So after clicking on publish, uh, your site is published. Site is published. Now let's move to the front end. Okay, how to set up the front ends. So just go to your just go to the project folder where go to your folder where you want to create a front end folder and open your terminal and execute that one command to create a Next.js applications in PM's create. Execute that command to create a Next.js applications. After creating the Next.js applications commands, uh, you can uh, you can uh, you can find this type of folder structure like script, Sitecore, SRC. Inside the SRC, everything is inside the SRC like component, pages, layouts, everything. Okay. After created the Next.js projects, you need to configure the environments and site. You need to configure your Sitecore configuration. So you know after configure your Sitecore configurations, Sitecore connects, Frontend connects with the Sitecore. So now I will show you what's need to configure in the environment and Sitecore configuration. Okay. Now I'm opening the project folder in the VS Code. Okay, and now my project is opening inside the VS Code. Yeah, okay. Now my project is open inside the VS Code. Indeed, so first step to configure .env. Just copy the .env example file and duplicates create that one files and naming like .env. And inside the .env, inside the .env, you need to configure Sitecore host name, graph Sitecore host name, JSS editing secret API key, API host name, GraphQL endpoints, Sitecore site name. Yeah, that's it. That's after this one configure, you need to configure some Sitecore configuration inside the Sitecore configure.js file. Just go to navigate your Sitecore and inside the Sitecore you can find the configure inside the configure. Inside the configure folder, you can find Sitecore JSS app configure file. From here, you need to you can get from here server side rendering engine endpoint URL, server side rendering engine application URL, and you can get also from here GraphQL endpoints. Yeah. So after you can copy from both endpoint URL and application URL, and you need to configure inside the Sitecore. Just go to the system, inside settings. Inside the settings, go to services, and inside the services, you can find here rendering host. Inside the rendering host, you can find a file default item. So inside the default item, you need to configure engine endpoint URL and engine application URL and application name. All these configuration details, you can all these configuration details from Sitecore JSS configure file. After this, and how to create your API keys inside the service API keys. Go to you can find API keys folder. Inside the API keys folder, create one items like naming like API key, and Sitecore provides API key, and you can copy from here from the API key items and copy and configure inside the .env file. So after this you complete all the configuration steps, your websites completely working smoothly, and frontend connects with the Sitecore. After the next how to start your project. So to run your project, execute one commands JSS start connected if your project in connected mode. So you need to execute JSS start connected. If you want to execute in disconnected mode, so for the disconnected mode, you need to execute one command JSS start disconnected, and you can also these commands from can see inside the package.json file. You can find here it is package.json. So you can here. So now you can see here for the connected modes, just start connected. If you want to run in the production mode, the start production, and if you want to run in disconnected mode, so just simply execute npm run next start. Okay, so this is the commands to to run your projects. Now, one step is missing here. After created the components in Sitecore, you need to register the components in frontend also. So after created the components, you need to create a components matching and name is matching must. Uh, so create a command to create a component in front end. You need to execute one command JSS scaffold your component name. Suppose you want to if you need hero components, so like hero. If you need like testimonials, so testimonial. If you want to create a component for header, so like header. So this command execute in the terminal where your project folder is allocated. So after these commands work like your component registered in the component builder.ts file. So in the latest version, you don't need to manually configure components. For example, I have already created multiple components for booking, for container, content blocks, FAQ, feedback, footer, for header, hero banner, for image section, and for booking form, navigation menus, partial design components, promo, and other components. So these components auto registered in component builder.ts file. Here you can see all component registered inside the component builder.ts file. So this is the auto process. Okay. Now, next move to the GraphQL. So how to implement the GraphQL in front end, how to fetch the data, using API via GraphQL API. Now, I will show you. So I used GraphQL API for fetching the navigation data. Navigation menu header inside the header. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So first you define your template fields, your structured data fields. In structured data fields, uh, suppose like I have inside the headers I have different fields like button, company name, copyright, email, and that other fields. So I have defined already which type of data defines. After this one, to call GraphQL to write a GraphQL query. So you can see I have already written a GraphQL query. Uh, so this is the syntax of GraphQL item inside the items names URL. And if you want to get the sub children's sub item also, so so you need to pass the children's index inside the children index. What type of results you need. So in my case, I needed name and URL. So I have passed only name and URL. But yeah. So after this, how to call this GraphQL query? So I'm using the each component props inside the component props. I am calling this one. It returns all the data and the stores in one variables that field inside the fields inside the fields all data is coming. After storing the all field data, I've implemented in the sections component section. Navigation links dot map navigations links inside the navigations links all the item pages stored and I executed the that array map inside the map and this works looks like you can see my screens. Okay. I again restart my project. So this is starting now. My project is running. Yeah. Now I'm going to refresh my tab. Now my site is refreshing. Yeah. So you can see all the menu items getting from Sitecore using GraphQL API. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I hope this session helped you understand not just the theory, but bridge the gap between architecture and real implementation of Sitecore Headless. Building a Sitecore Headless application is more than connecting APIs and rendering React components. It's about totally designing like a scalable architecture, reusable system, flexible content platforms, enterprises ready, digital experiences. Headless image is not just a trend; it's a major shift in how modern digital platforms are built. And understanding these concepts put you ahead in modern enterprises development. So thank you everyone for your time and attentions. That's it. I hope you understand overall the process to uh, a real world implementation of Sitecore Headless. So again, thank you. And uh, now, if you have any questions, so I had now be happy to answer my questions. Okay, no question. Thank you.
Thank you, Saurabh, for such an insightful and practical session.